Welcome back if you've been here before. Welcome if you're new. We're going to start with City Lips, and this one is Plum Springs, a deep cool tone bronze and metallic sheen. So we're going to use this instead of chapstick or Tillamook for our lip balm today. This is a plumping gloss. It can be used under lipsticks. It seems to work better for me under just another regular gloss, but it does work under some of my liquid lipsticks. So today, later on, I'm going to be doing a look with Friend Mel from Joe Beauty 87, aka Grace. She saw this, I think it was TJ Maxx, and she showed it in a short, and I texted her like, oh, how much was that? And so she sent it to me. This one is blush and eyeshadow palette. I'm trying to see what collection it is. Mothership, Bijou, Brilliance, Jeweled Temptation. And I don't think I didn't even do swatches. Oh man, I didn't even do swatches. Did I do swatches? I know in that video I did try the blushes. I did not swatch this palette. Oh shit, I'm all out of order. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do well, that'll be after this video anyway, but after this video I'm going to be using this palette, and the only other two things that I haven't used that she sent to me was these two Sigma brushes, which she had sent me before. So these are duplicates, which are great because y'all know when I like a brush I always get extra. She got extra for me unintentionally. She forgot what she had sent me before. And the only other thing I had not used that she had sent me was this Laura Mercier Amethyst Caviar Stick eye color. And I don't know why I'm showing you all of this because that is not this video. But what this video is to get ready with me for that video. And I've been using the Fenty primer and the Fenty foundation a lot, to where I'm thinking, do I still want to keep the Estee Lauder? I still do want to keep the Pat. The Pat one is so sheer though that if I have stuff going on my face, if I have pimples, I don't mind my freckles. But if I have like marks that are not my freckles, I would like for my foundation to cover it, and the Pat does not cover it. And also with the Pat, I do need to use a concealer, which is not a big deal. When I use the Estee Lauder, I use the concealer, and that's the concealer for that. So I guess I'm just really wondering if I want to keep the Estee Lauder, which is like my ride or die, because I can wear this all year round, the same as the Fenty, the same as the Pat. I may need to use a bronzer or I may not, depending on what level of tan I am at. According to the time of year, but I don't have to get completely different shades. And so that's why I like the three that I have. All three are different formulas. The Estee Lauder is full coverage. It does not feel full coverage. It does not feel heavy. It does not feel thick. The Fenty, let me back up. I wear shade 4 in 2. Is that upside down? No, I wear shade 4 in 2 in the Estee Lauder. And in the corresponding concealer, I wear 4 in, which is perfect for this area of my face right here. But it does not... It's not perfect for under my eye, but it does help a little bit. Fenty, I wear shade 335. And my neighbor at the end of the hall, well, it's the landing, they have a huge dog. That's the one you hear barking right now. That dog is huge. It's like a miniature horse. It's like a freaking pony. That dog is huge. The Pat I wear, no. And the neighbor in between us has a dog too, so I'm wondering if the other dog is out there, and that's why the pony dog is loud like that. Because I seldom hear that one barking, so I'm like, what's happening out there? I'm not going to go look. The Pat McGrath I wear M18. So, and it's, as I said, it is very, very sheer. So each three are different. The Pat is extremely sheer. The Estee Lauder right here is full coverage. And the Fenty is a soft matte. I like the Fenty because this does dry down unless I use too much. If I use 2 pumps of the primer, 2 pumps of foundation, put this on, it dries down like really quickly. So I don't necessarily have to set it. The Estee Lauder, I do tend to set it because I'm putting on a concealer and I just want everything to just kind of look like my skin and not be able to tell, okay, she has concealer here but not there. The Pat, I have to set it because it is so sheer. It is very liquidy. for me, it does not dry down at all. So that's one of the factors with the Fenty is I don't necessarily have to set it. Estee Lauder I do, the Pat I definitely have to. So today we're going to put on the Estee Lauder, and I have a feeling I'm still going to want to keep it. I'm just really trying to figure out which is going to be my go-to, because all three are my go-tos. And I know some people, they have like 5 go-tos, 7, 8, 12 go-to foundations. But I'm always wanting to downsize to even further curate what I have. And so for the Pat, I use the Pat primer. The Fenty, I use the Fenty primer. I don't have an Estee Lauder primer. And so I use the Milk Hydro Grip. So we are going to take 2 pumps. That looks like a lot. And also, if I don't continue with the Estee Lauder, I think I would still get the concealer just for when this area is looking real disrespectful and the redness around my nose, which is clearing up as long as I remember to use my ointment twice a day or more. Because if I put it on and then happen to blow my nose, then I'm going to need to put some more on. But it's not steroidal, so I can do that. So we're going to make our soup. I think I just locked it. I thought I unlocked it. And so we have the 2 pumps of the primer. And we're going to put the Estee Lauder 2 pumps on top of the primer. And we're going to clean off the nozzle, because I'm neat like that. Ta-da! And you do turn it, which locks it, which is what I was trying to pump it in. It wasn't. And it has this other cap too, which is nice. So there's no way that this is going to create a mess if you take it with you. It does not come with a pump. That's the only thing. That pump also fits. This is also the same pump that goes into the MAC foundations. And you can get these also, I think, on Amazon or somewhere. But usually when I buy the foundation, there's a deal where the pump is free, or it might be $10 off the foundation, which is the cost of the pump. So either way, the pump is kind of sort of free. And so I don't mind that, but I do wish that they would include the pump. Like, if you want to increase the price of the foundation by like $5 and include the pump, that is fine with me. And I find that for me, the pump does not work well. Like when I've used up an Estee Lauder foundation and I took that pump and put it into a new bottle, it would not pump. I don't know why, but it just did not work. It did not work. And so I learned early on to just go ahead and get a pump for each foundation, for the Estee Lauder foundation. So this is it, y'all. So y'all see, like, this is this is my color. And I found this back in the day because I was using I had a foundation in my brows. I was using the Cover FX G60, which was my perfect shade. I was able to wear it all year round, which was important to me because I don't want to have to use 3 different foundations throughout the year and then mix them, because you're never going to use them up equally. And then I always feel like I was wasting, and it was hella expensive. When I was using the, excuse me, the Makeup Forever, every 2 or 3 months, I needed another shade. And at the time, those foundations were like $40-something. And so I was spending like $40-something like every 2 or 3 months and never finishing the foundation. And the PAO was 12 months. And around that time, if I still had it, it would start to itch my face. And so I was wasting a lot of money. And so, well, I felt like I was. And so I found the G60 in Cover FX, and it was perfect. I started having trouble finding the Cover FX. And so I swatched it in the store and went around and swatched other foundations. Perfect match. Cover FX G60 Power Play Foundation is the exact same shade as Estee Lauder 4 in 2. So that's how I got turned on to this one. And I've been using it ever since. And so instead of trying to hunt down the Cover FX, I just get the Estee Lauder. Because I can get it either from Sephora or from Ulta. And I love Ulta's point system. And of course I can get it from the Estee Lauder website, or from the CCO or the CCS. But I sometimes wonder, like, how old is stuff that's down there? You know what I'm saying? So, but this is what it looks like. And it doesn't quite cover, which I'm surprised, because it is a full coverage foundation. I did use all of it. This is still hella red. The Fenty covers the redness more so than this. The Pat doesn't cover it at all. And my under eyes are so-so. Like, I'm okay with some discoloration showing through. I just want to be evened out a little bit. So now we're going to take the 4 in concealer. And I like how it corresponds, because Foundations these days with the concealers, like for the 335 and Fenty, if I got 335 in this, it would be like super, super light because it's brightening. I don't want to brighten my under eye area because all it ends up doing really is just brightening my discoloration. Like, it's just weird. And so the brightening has never worked for me. I just want to just even out just a little bit. I'm going to leave that here because that's a freckle thing. So we're just going to just do this. And that is it. And a little bit here because of this darkness right here. And that is all we're going to do for concealer. And so we're going to just pat this out in the order of how we placed it. And so we started under the nose. And we're going to pat that out. This is perfect for this area. Like, this just blends in. It took down the redness. It covered this up some where we placed that right there. But then as I patted, it doesn't. And then what did we do? We did up here, I think. So on my forehead, it's not perfect because you can see where it is. Like, you can see a mark here. I can see a mark here, like that little circle. But this area right here, it is absolutely perfect. So now we're going to tap this out. It's not perfect for under my eye, but it does kind of even out, like just enough to be like, okay, yeah, it's okay. And so I'm realizing I still really do like this. Let me see, is it dry? Nope, it's not quite dry yet. But it does dry down eventually, whereas the pat does not dry down at all. But this is the Estee Lauder, y'all. Look at. And also the Estee Lauder, the PAO is 24 months. And so even when I'm using the pat and rotating with the Fenty, which their PAO is 12 months, I do always still finish up the Estee Lauder. The Fenty, I go through that in about 8 months because that's the one I use the most. I don't think I did finish the pat one before, like within a year. But the Estee Lauder, I can still keep it and use it. I think I just patted some away because I see redness again, like right here and right here. Okay, let me put a little bit more on and stop patting so much. So we're just going to do that. And then we are going to, it's almost dry. I think we are still going to put powder on the face. I feel myself getting warm. So in between this video and the one using that pat palette, I will turn the thermostat down a notch. I can still see this darkness. You guys are probably like, girl, we don't see it. But I still see my mustache area like right here. But you know what, though? Damn it. Thank you for being here. If you use Estee Lauder, let me know what you think. For a lot of people, it is like that OG foundation. And even if they have like 7 or 12 foundations, Estee Lauder is still in there somewhere. And I think because so much new stuff comes out and people want to try the new stuff, and then sometimes the oldie but goodies get left behind. I mean, they'll be in the back of the drawer, but they're still there. Okay, this I'm gonna leave. I said I pat. Where's this red mark right here? What the hell is that? So we're gonna put that. And y'all are like, girl, we don't see nothing. I see like a little. Y'all know what? I am my worst critic, like for real. So we're just gonna just put. And then we're gonna powder down, and that'll be it for this video. So if you have Estee Lauder, y'all, this is nice. And you see my under eye is still kind of dark, but it's not awful. I say as I pour concealer on. I don't know what I'm trying for here. I'm just tripping, that's what it is. So it does even out to here, but like this in here, it doesn't. My under eye has its own undertone. It does its own thing. And so even when people say, excuse me, use a salmon color corrector or a peach corrector, that does not work for my under eye area. It just makes it look grayish. And so, but this is cool. This is cool. I like this. We're going to powder down super quick. We're going to use this brush. This was an Ulta brush that we used for foundation, primer, and concealer. And now we're going to use the Fashion Fair Set Loose Truly Tawny Skinny Powder as usual. And this is a Scott Barnes number 64. I don't have a link or anything for him. And I don't even think they do that. Like, I don't think I've seen anybody even get PR from him. Not that you need PR these days to get a link, because you can, there's websites you can use that you can create affiliate links for brands and products. And so when I have posted his sales on my community tab, and I did put not affiliated. But I do really like his brushes. I really love the brushes. The ones I have, I like. I should put it that way. And you know, because you be seeing me using them, and if I don't like something, I am not going to keep using it. So this is so. And look at I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. It might just still be hives. The ENT diagnosed me with chronic urticaria, which is just chronic hives. Like for no reason, they just want to keep coming and going. But anyway, so this is the Estee Lauder. Let me know what you think. Again, let me know if you tried it, and let's help each other out in the comments. If you tried it and you didn't like it, put why you didn't like it. If you tried it and you did like it, put why you did, because your comment may help someone else decide whether or not they want to try it. So that's why I always ask that you put the why to your response, because some people really do read comments and it's like, oh, I love it, and somebody else is like, oh, I didn't love it. It's like, why? Like, was it just too full coverage? Was it drying? Was it, you know, too glowy? Like, what? And it's not glowy, but I'm just making up stuff. But so yeah, so those are the questions for this video. Short one for once. And we're gonna go. I didn't do the intro, but as always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.